What's good, YouTube? MTG Chief here for part 2, or round 2, I guess, of opening battle for Zendikar. The first one, we saw 5 mythics and 4 lands, 4 rare lands that we really wanted to see. Didn't get to see an expedition, didn't see any of the top 3 mythics in this set, in Ulamog, Gideon, or Drana. But overall, very pleased. 2 planeswalkers, 2 regular mythics, and I forget what the 5th one was, but it was not a forgettable box, so don't let my horrible memory cloud it. We're going to go ahead, we're going to open up the second booster tonight. Alright. We'll get right to it. Fly through the commons and get to the uncommons, and then of course our rare scattered to the winds. And I did remember about the full arts this time, but still, some of them are actually quite breathtaking. The art on Magic cards is hard to compete with at times. And our rare, Serpentine Spike, and a swamp with an octopus. And the rare, Nissa's Renewal. And a foil Scythe Leopard. Plains and Eldrazi Scion. And the rare, Felidar Sovereign. Our friend meets us again. After making my first video, I saw even more hate online. I actually went looking for it this time, but there are many people that think WotC was just trolling the community by keeping that in the rare slot. And we have Shrine of the Forsaken Gods, an island, and an elemental. And the rare is a Drowner of Hope, and a foiled Tightening Coils with a mountain and a core ally. And our rare, Angelic Captain with a forest, my favorite forest art. And the rare, March from the Tomb. An island. uncommons. And the rare, a veteran war leader. And a foil full art island. That's pretty. And a swamp. Almost a third of the way through the box. A couple packs after this. And we have Exert Influence as our rare, a forest and a plant. A match made in heaven. Still waiting on our first mythic. Although we might get a below average one after the phenomenal pulls we had in the first. The uncommons and the rare is our first mythic of the box, Sire of Stagnation, with a swamp and an elemental. Alright. And our rare is a Brood Butcher. In the Plains, Eldrazi Scion. So a third of the way through the box, we have one mythic. And a few alright rares. These boxes were selling for about $80 when I bought both. So, you know, not really a lot of resale value, it seems like, in these. Guardian Tazeen, an island. But that's not really what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a good amount of cards, make a lot of decks, and just have fun, be able to have a variety of options to choose from when I'm building. And the rare, Beastcaller's Savant, Great Elf, and Dragon. The uncommons, and the rare, Hero of Gomafada. Probably butchered that pronunciation. And the rare. And we have our second mythic, first Planeswalker, and arguably the best one, Gideon, ally of Zendikar. And a forest with an ad. Alright. Great second mythic pull. Very pleased with that. Back to our uncommons. Rare is Painful Truths. And we have a foil Plummet. Forest and Core ally. So the other top two mythics, as a reminder, are Ulamog and Drana. And that's just as far as pricing goes, but also probably playability, if you ask me. But this deck does wonders for those building an ally commander deck. We have a Woodland Wanderer. Obviously the Knight allies, Core allies, and Vampire allies. Very strong in this deck. And some decent elves too. The rare Ugin's Insight. Island and an Eldrazi token. So halfway through this box we have two mythics. So not too shabby. One of the mythics being the better ones. The rare is a Wasteland Strangler with a full art mountain. And the rare is an Oblivion Sower, third mythic of the box. I don't often play with many. For a second I thought that was a foil Ulamog. We have a foil Dominator drone. I don't play with too many of the Eldrazi's. I'd probably be the equivalent in the sports world of like a bandwagon Eldrazi fan. I'm only in for probably the one or two really good ones, but nevertheless, we'll probably play them more now that we have this box done. The last two. Planar Outburst is our rare with a swamp. And our uncommons, and the rare is a Fathom Feeder with a foil Encircling Fissure and a Plains and a Plant token. 2/3 of the way through, right here, after this one gets cracked. And the rare, Aligned Hedron Network, and a Swamp Elemental token. So we're at the last third of the box here. 3 mythics, which I've seen be quite common for Zendikar boxes. So, but who knows? We might see one more. We did see 5 after all in the last box. We have a Sanctum of Ugin as our rare, with a mountain and an ad. And the rare is a Blight Herder with a Plains and a Plant. Neaten up these piles a little bit. Getting sloppy. Uncommons. And the rare is a Lantern Scout with an island and an octopus. And the rare, Prism Array with a swamp and another ad. The rare is a Gruesome Slaughter, an island and a plant. Our uncommons, the rare, Hero of Gomafada. And we have a Kajora emblem. I can speak English. I believe we pulled our last pack, our last box. What was that? It could be. Yeah, we pulled a QR. Almost blew through the uncommons. Chasm Guide and Bloodbond Vampire. Then we have Slabhaver, and the rare is a Radiant Flames with a Mountain and Eldrazi token. So we're almost done this booster box, and it's looking like this one is going to be a rough one. And we have Oakum Firebird, a 4, 2 of any 2 red Phoenix flying haste 3/3 with landfall. Oop. So that is our 4th mythic. Apparently the machines, when throwing these in there, were like, well, this one's getting a Gideon, that's good enough. The rare is a Barrage Tyrant, the Mountain Eldrazi Scion. Fire Mantle Mage. Infuse the elements. And the rare is an Endless one with the plains and an elemental. Last 2 packs. Ooh. Kicking the camera. It's like a habit with me. Our uncommons and the rare. Yeah, and there we go. The 5th mythic of the box is a Drana. And a Forest Eldrazi Scion. So next to last pack had a Drana in it. It's pretty great. And our last pack of Battle for Zendikar is our uncommon and rare Munda Ambush Leader with an island and a Gideon emblem. Alright, well, I'd say decent. Another 5 mythic box, as you can see up here. We got a Gideon, Drana, an Oblivion Sower, Sire of Stagnation, and the Oakum Firebird. So not bad overall. We still didn't see Ulamog or Expeditions. If I need to take another trip back to Battle for Zendikar, I might take some convincing, but overall I'm good with it. A bunch of new cards, ones I haven't necessarily pulled yet. So be sure to like, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching. This is MTG Chief, and I hope you all have a good night.